So I'm going to teach you how to make my raw vegan chocolate love sauce. Now this is a crowd pleaser. It's one of my favorites. I've been making it for, I don't know, like 6 years or something. Anyway, whenever I share the recipe, it's basically just the ingredients because I don't measure anything when I'm making it. But I'm going to show you, and you can play with it, and you can measure if you want, and you can do whatever you want. Just, yeah, credit me if you share it. Okay, so what I have here, first of all, you need a really good blender. This is a Vitamix, and these are pitted, soaked, organic dates. So there's quite a bit in here because I'm making a lot of the sauce, and then that way I just store it in the refrigerator and I eat it whenever I want. They've been soaked overnight in water, and it's fresh drinking water, by the way. And then you leave the water in there, and you really don't need a lot of water. As you can see, it was literally just below the top of the layer of the dates. Again, I don't measure anything. I'm daring this way. I like to improvise and play with it. Next, almond butter. Depending on how many dates or how much quantity is in there with the dates, I'll put like maybe a quarter or more of the almond butter. I use a lot, and this is organic, creamy almond butter. Next, I will add organic coconut oil. You're gonna use a lot. I'll show you in a minute. Pink Himalayan sea salt. I don't know if you can see that. It's pink, it's pretty, it's beautiful. Again, don't measure anything. Raw cacao powder. Everything's organic, fair trade when possible. Vanilla extract. Sometimes I use bourbon vanilla extract, and it's super yummy. Either way, just vanilla extract is another ingredient. And then for the holidays, I like to add different seasonings to make it more holiday-y. I've added all different kinds of things, but because I'm making this right now, this is what I'm going to use because we are heading into ChristmaHannuKwanzakah. And I am tired as fuck. I just finished 3 weeks of finals, and I still have 2 exams left in another program, so bear with me. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be an adventure. So I'm gonna start with almond butter, just because it's a heavier ingredient, and so we want it to blend closer to the bottom of things. That's just kind of how I roll. There's no real actual rule to this, but this is just how I do it. So I used almost half the container here. That's what came out. That's what I'm using. Next, I'm gonna put the cacao powder because the other ingredients is gonna hold it down a little bit when I blend it, so it doesn't all up to the top and I lose all that goodness. Now, here's the thing with the cacao powder. This is like really delicious and strong. It's a plant-based superfood, so it's good for you. I never add any sugar to any of my chocolate love sauce, but I'm going to do quite a bit. So I'm doing, look at these massive, I should probably move this closer to the camera so you can see. All right, now I have it here. I just put in 1 massive heaping tablespoon. This is 2. Let's do 3. 3 sounds good. Again, I never measure anything. It's all intuitive. Just go with your gut. Enjoy. Play with this. It's fun. We're making yummy stuff, right? All kinds of love goes into this. Just because the salt is open, I'm gonna put like whatever that is. That's how much is going in there. Sorry for those of you that like to follow recipes. I'm probably driving you crazy right now, but sorry about that. All right, vanilla, at least 2 of these basic large actual kitchen table spoons. I don't use measuring spoons right now. Nope, it's not gonna happen. All right, so now I'm gonna scrape some of this yummy stuff off into here. And then keep your spoons, because then you can taste with them and you have less things to wash later, right? Okay, get another clean spoon. And now we're gonna put a bunch of coconut oil in. And it's cold in here, so it's pretty hard. So you gotta break it up a little bit. And you know, I really can't say how much I use. Again, it's just like eyeing everything. And I guess if I had to put some kind of an idea of the measurement of coconut oil, I vary it because sometimes it comes out differently. If you use too much, it gets a little harder. I mean, it's fine, but sometimes if you use a little less, when it's refrigerated, it's a little more like of a whipped or mousse-like quality. It's a little more lighter, if that makes any sense. If you've used coconut oil and things, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, start with, I would say, around a cup. How's that for measurement? Use about a cup or so, depending on the quantity that you're making. Maybe around just under the amount of water that you used to soak your dates. You can eyeball it and go from there. All right, so now that I have that in, I'm gonna add my spices. My hands are all nice and moisturized from the coconut oil. I'm gonna put some pumpkin pie spice. See how I just dump it in there? Just have fun with it. And this is Vietnamese cinnamon, which I love. I love this cinnamon. It's so good. It's my favorite. So I'm gonna put quite a few shakes in there. Just go for it. Just have fun. That's what life's all about. Surprise yourself. Take a risk. Play a little. Color outside the lines. All right, I'm gonna blend it, and I don't know how to edit this video, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna blend it because it gets really super loud, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna taste it in front of you. Okay, hi loves. I'm all blended here, and one thing to note is that when you're using the blender, you have to make sure that there is at least that amount of water that's just at the line or below your level of dates. If you don't have enough liquid, you don't have enough water, it's not gonna blend. But I'll show you here. It looks just like pudding. And, oh my God. It's so good. It's as if you're eating chocolate frosting that isn't too sweet, but it is really sweet. This is very sweet. It just doesn't have all that synthetic or, you know, sugar. It's sweetened with dates. So it's super sweet and delicious, and let me know how it comes out. Let me know how you love it. I'd make it and give it to you, but you know, we're in shelter in place. Happy end of 2020. I'm sending you so much love and virtual hugs and chocolate love sauce.